From Daikin Park in Houston, we've got the American League Championship Series on the show. It's the All-Stars taking on the All-Stars. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. It's been a heck of a series so far, Singy, and you have to figure that will only continue here in Game 6.
You know, Boog, some of the greatest games in baseball history have been a Game 6, so I'm fired up for this one. And clearly, being at home with a 3-2 lead in the series is a huge advantage, but it's far from a guarantee. They've still got to go out there, handle their business, and not let this get to a Game 7.
And the odds are obviously against any team trying to win a Game 6 and Game 7 on the road. But it does happen. They don't consider this series over by any means. First pitch coming your way next. So just about set now. And starting in this one, Tarik Skubal. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Boog, he's a guy that takes great care of himself because he wants to finish every game he starts. I think for any lineup that faces him, you've got to try to have lengthy at-bats and run up that pitch count. Anything to help get him out of the game early.
All right, ready to get underway. And now the shortstop, Ha-Seong Kim. Down the middle for a strike. So here we go in Game 6. And a bunt towards third. Bare hands it. Tough play. And that's a great play for the out. And let's take a look at the lineup. And Singy against the southpaw on the mound. The skipper's loaded this lineup with righty bats.
Certainly following the conventional wisdom here, Boog. That extra split second can make a big difference for a hitter. So these righty batters will need to take advantage and make this tactical move pay off.
Jung-Hoo Lee digs in now. And a foul ball. Lee, 26 years old, and he's a native of South Korea. Next offering is in for a strike. One out, base is empty. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Way inside, gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Giancarlo Stanton in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. Stanton with some impressive production lately.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. We'll go to the bottom of the first, 0-0. Back here in Houston, on the hill and coming off a great start, number 45. What should we keep an eye on here?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Now at the plate, Bryce Terang.
Here tonight, second baseman, Bryce Terang.
And the first offering, a fastball for a strike.
No ball, 1 strike.
And that one upstairs, ball 1.
Well, this team was shut out in the previous game, and I'm really interested to see what did they talk about in that hitters meeting that's going to translate into the game and help them get on that scoreboard.
Fouled off. He was late. And now it's 1-2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Bobby Witt Jr. in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. Swing and a miss. And the count even 1-1. There's a swing and a miss.
That was a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets to it, on to first, and there's two gone following the strikeout.
Now, anytime you can punch out the top two guys in the lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2- or 3-run homer.
Aaron Judge stands in now and watches strike one. Judge comes up empty there.
It normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
2 down, nobody on. That one way outside, and the count 1-2. Just off the outside edge.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
We're in the 6th game of this American League Championship Series. Here's the rookie right fielder, number 26. Skubal back to work. Late swing fouled off. Let's talk about great individual postseasons. One that really sticks out to me is Ricky Anderson in 1989. He hit .441 with 3 homers and 11 stolen bases, leading Oakland to a World Series championship. Next one misses. Now 1-2.
Man, when I think about great postseason performances, hard to top Carlos Beltran in 2004. 8 homers and 6 steals in 12 games with the Houston Astros. He didn't even get to play in the World Series that year.
Swing and a ground ball base hit right field.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Off the bat, that one registered at 105 miles per hour, man. That is smoking, and these days you hear it all the time, but the numbers just don't lie. If you can drive a ball like that, more often than not, you're picking up a knock.
And now it's going to be Choi. Pitch misses. Ball 1. Choi with some struggles at the plate recently, not uncommon for rookies.
You know, Boog, at the start of my career, I got only 3 hits in my first month, but I kept at it, and I finished the year hitting 300. I know he's going through it a bit right now, but he's capable of figuring it out.
The 1-1. And a swing and a miss there.
It's a good changeup to hit up in the zone. I don't think he recognized it. I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
Struck him out swinging, and the runner holds.
Well, that's pretty much the dream two-strike curveball. If you're the pitcher, hard downward break at the very end that just dips below the swing path. And they say pitchers want to try to bounce that pitch right on top of the plate. So that was exactly what he was looking for on the mound.
Tommy Edman at the plate. That catches the corner. Second inning here, no score. That one fouled off.
The healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
1-2.
In the dirt. Man at first, one away. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. On the ground, right side, 4. Tags the runner. Over to Alonso for the inning-ending double play. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in Houston, bottom of the second. Here's Pete Alonso.
Pete Alonso.
Outside, and it's 1-0. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Swings through that one. Catcher has it, fires to first. In time to get him, 1 away in the strikeout. Chris, as we look back at the pitch sequence, he hadn't seen that curveball at all. How tough is it to adjust to something like that with a bunch of break when you haven't had a look at it yet?
Yeah, I mean, you're dialed up for something firm. You never want to take a called third strike as a fastball, so you're going to be a little anxious before you recognize the pitch. And right there, clearly didn't see what was coming.
And now here is Gunnar Henderson.
Ball.
And that's downstairs. 1-0. There's the strike. Time to look at our umpiring crew in this one. Kenny Jansen behind the plate.
Yeah, and expect a little inconsistency on the corners. He doesn't make any wild calls, but he does give and take there a little bit. So he doesn't have the easiest strike zone to figure out, especially as the game goes on, when you're expecting it to become more consistent.
Dive and a stop at first. Throws from the seat of his pants. Nicely done for the out.
Well, he makes a great decision to go ahead and dive to stop that ball. Nice little flip to the pitcher covering. Those are those PFPs, pitchers fielding plays.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. Right through there for a strike. Two outs, base is empty. Just missed.
Ball.
That just
that's the
misses. And it's 2-1.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
That's towards center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that's the third out. We'll move to the third with no score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game. Now it's the rookie first baseman, Kang. And a strike right through there. That one at triple digits.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front. So off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Batting eighth, third baseman, number 12.
So up next, Kim. It's interesting he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely, and I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move during a game, it surprised a lot of people. You might even be able to put him in center field.
Well, take a look at the three-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Yeah, the batter now, number 14. High fly ball, right field. Judge has it sized up and makes the grab. And that'll do it. Home half of the third coming up. No score. And we're back. Set for the bottom of the third. And now Pete Crow Armstrong. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
And that's in for a strike. And that's downstairs and outside. Edge of the zone, call the strike. 1-2.
1-2.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Here's Alex Bregman. That pitch in for a strike. 0-1. And that's in the dirt. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. That's bad. And it is gone! That'll fire up the dugout. And just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Here's Mike Trout. And that's in there for strike one. That one in there to Mike Trout.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Got him looking. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one.
Well, definitely a borderline pitch right there. He didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. You know, those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes.
So the batting order turns over. This is Bryce Turang. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Two down, bases empty, but 1 run across. We're here in Game 6 of the American League Championship Series. And ball 1. This one chopped to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's now 1-0. You're watching the American League Championship Series on the show. Back here at Daikin Park. Now it's the shortstop, Ha-Seong Kim. Kim, a former Gold Glove winner, 29 years old. They got him off of waivers earlier this season. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
Well, these guys, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
The shortstop takes the ball.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
On the ground, right side. Turang over to first in time. That's the first out in the top of the 4th. Now the number 2 hitter, Jung-Hoo Lee. His first at bat was a strikeout.
Boog, this offense is fighting for their lives right now. They're not ready for this season to be over, so they need to dig deep and find a way to get something going. Anything will help.
Next offering is fouled back. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. That one hit to right. And that'll fall for a base hit.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
And here is Giancarlo Stanton. Not close with that one, and that's ball 1. Lee leads off first with 1 away. Pulls that one foul. And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
And now the right fielder, 1 for 1 with a single so far. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. He's got it, and that is that. Back here in Houston, bottom 4th, and the batter will be the shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr.
Witt Jr.
Swing and a foul straight back. Ground ball up the middle. Now the throw to first on the run. And he gets him. Nicely done. And now big number 99, Aaron Judge. He's got the power, but great contact skills. One of the best contact hitters in the game. There's a strike.
No ball, 1 strike. Ball.
Judge rips that one. That's back. Going, gone. A solo shot. And they add a run. It's 2-0.
That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Base is empty, 1 away. Pete Alonso will hit next. 0 for 1 so far. And that misses. And that is ball 1.
Strike.
1 out, base is empty, and a run in. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That one is absolutely belted. And it hits the fence. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
The play, Gunnar Henderson. He's 0 for 1. And there's a foul ball. To the right side, Edman slings to first in time.
Now batting, catcher, Will Smith.
Here's the catcher to hit, Will Smith. He's 0 for 1. That one drilled left field. And it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. Runner in from third to extend their lead. It's an RBI single, and they're up by 3.
Waste no time there. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield,
That's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
So 2 down, and now the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong, struck out swinging his first time. Clips the outside corner. That's strike one. That's a base hit. And now 2 aboard.
Couple of singles back-to-back. Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Now a chance for Alex Bregman. He's already homered here in this one. That one's in there, and it's 0-1. In the dirt, it gets to the backstop. And the runners will move up.
No trouble moving up to second on that play with the ball getting that far away from the catcher. Nice job to take advantage of the wild pitch.
On the ground. Tosses to first, and that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. They put 2 on the board, 4 hits, no errors, but 2 are left stranded. We played 4. The All-Stars out front, 3-0. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Skubal back to work. In the air out towards right center. Crow Armstrong makes the grab, 1 away.
Now batting, second baseman, Tommy
So digging
Edman.
in, Tommy Edman. He hit into a double play his first time up. That's down and in.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
1 down, base is empty. In for a strike. And the count 1-1.
1 strike.
Across the letters at 99.
Ball 2.
Missed with a changeup, and now it's 3-2.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Now a screamer into the outfield. And there are 2 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Tang, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
And a foul ball. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. We're in the 6th game of this American League Championship Series.
Leading
off, Mike Trout. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike.
0-1.
Here comes the 0-1.
0-2.
And delivers
1-2.
outside. Swing and a ground ball. Edman whips it to first. And the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th.
Well, you want to try to protect the strike zone with 2 strikes there. And you see on that curveball, just sort of reached out, tapped it to put it in play. You want to do it with a little more authority so you have a chance to sneak it through. But just a pretty easy ground out right there.
Turang up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. That one the other way. Kim slings to first. Home after the 5th inning. Moving along. 2 quick outs.
Now batting, shortstop, Bobby Witt Jr.
2 down, bases empty. And the batter now, Bobby Witt Jr. 0 for 2 in this one. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And no one can get there.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Judge now at the plate. He's already homered in this game. First offering, and it just misses.
1 ball, no strike.
Judge waits. And another ball. Hit weakly on the ground. Kim sends it across to first. Judge out on the play. And that is the inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. And here is
number 12.
Kim. Ground ball right side, and that chance handled. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup got that hitter to roll over.
Now batting, number 14.
He's been going after these guys consistently, and as a result, he's been able to keep his pitch count low, throwing the ball very well right now.
Number 14 in the box now. No balls and a strike. Bases empty, 1 away. We're here in Game 6 of the American League Championship Series. And a swing and a miss.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Some heat there at 98 miles an hour. So the lineup flips over. And now the shortstop, Ha-Seong Kim. Tap foul at the plate.
Well, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
In the air, right field. Judge getting an angle on it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. The All-Stars have the advantage, 3-0.
Now pitching.
Kim on to pitch out of the
Number
pen here.
53.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right
Leading
where it
things
is.
off, first baseman,
Now here is Pete Alonso. 1 for 2. There's a strike. 95 of that one.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He'll touch them all. It's 4-0. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot.
Power versus power right there, like 2 locomotives colliding. Who's going to win? But a really good job there by the hitter, getting the top hand working. Powers that fastball out of here.
Gunnar Henderson getting ready to hit. Has grounded out a couple of times. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
That one's in there, and it's 0-2.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
And that one is lifted in the air, and that'll get down for a hit. And the postseason success continues for him.
Now batting, catcher, Will Smith.
Here's the catcher, Will Smith. Check swing called strike. Strike 1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
0-2.
1 on, nobody out. A run in here in the bottom of the 6th. Good eye in that spot.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Next offering is downstairs.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Ouch, that one drilled him. Gets it there in time, though, so they get the first out of the inning.
Now batting, center fielder.
And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was
Armstrong.
quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
Here's the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. That one outside. Ball 1. And another ball.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. And that's in there at the knees.
2-2.
On the ground, right side, Edman slings to first in time.
Now batting, third baseman, Alex.
Down the third baseman,
Bregman.
Alex Bregman. He blasted one out earlier in the 3rd.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
That's in for a strike. It's 0-1. Henderson on third with 2 out. And it's strike 2.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
And he gets Bregman. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. It's now a 4-0 ball game. This is the American League Championship Series on the show. We go to the top of the 7th. Now the number 2 hitter, Jung-Hoo Lee. And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
Usually when a pitcher's had a dominant outing, he has filled up the strike zone and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strikes. Well, that's exactly what this guy has done in this one. Over 70% first pitch strikes.
In the dirt, and the count 1-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Stays alive. And a pitch. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And there's a ball.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Smith gathers, throws, and he'll be safe at first.
Now batting.
Well, it's been a struggle on offense for them in this one, so maybe that wakes them up a little bit. You know, an error can certainly give the opposing lineup something to get excited about. You got somebody on base, so we'll see if they can make something of it.
Man at first, nobody out. Now here's Giancarlo Stanton.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame. Well, these players just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. Chasing pitches has been a big part of the story. We've seen it quite a bit today. It's been tough for them to make contact at times, and it just doesn't look like they're seeing it very well as a group.
And now 2-1.
And on the mound, you know confidence has to be pretty high with all of the swings and misses. He's had them eaten out of the palm of his hand pretty much all game.
Nobody out, runner at first. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
That could jumpstart an offense that's really struggled to score in this one. Don't want to wake a team up with a free pass.
First and second, no outs. And next will be the cleanup hitter. And it's fouled off. First and second, no outs. Late here in Game 6. Fought off foul.
You know, this is a good time to step out of the box, take a deep breath, reset. A couple of change-ups. Probably won't see another one here.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes with number 9 for him in this game. 9.
Well, he didn't want to go after him with the fastball at all in that at-bat. Nothing but off-speed stuff. Even with all the change-ups coming, somehow he was still early on the swing. So I think he had to be thinking it was only a matter of time until he saw some heat.
Now, Choi. Late with the swing there.
0-1.
Runners at first and second with one gone here in the top half of inning number 7. Next pitch is outside. Check swing, called strike.
Ball.
Got him swinging.
Well, Boog, I'll tell you, when he goes to look at the video of that pitch, he's going to want to punch himself. That slider had hit me written all over it, and clearly he just got a little too excited and was out in front. Tell you what, when you get a pitch like that, you cannot miss it. Those have a chance to go a long way.
Tommy Edman digs in now. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. 2 outs, couple of base runners at first and second. Foul ball there. That misses. 1-2 to count.
Excellent arm action on that 2-strike changeup. Just missed. Man, he wanted that call.
That's outside. It's 2-2.
2-2.
That one missed. Kang waiting in the on-deck circle.
They can get him up. He'd represent the tying run, so critical pitch right here.
That one ripped. Judge going back on it. Makes the catch on the edge of the track. Another scoreless inning, and now that's 7 shutout frames. The All-Stars out front here, 4-0.
Now pitching.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Steven Okert. And here is Mike Trout.
Left fielder, Mike
Okert, 33 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2012. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Other thing in this part, I mean, he could sneeze one over the left field wall into those Crawford box seats. And that's outside, and that's ball 2.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
2-0 to count. Here it comes.
Ball 3.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Boog, if I were him, I'd be nibbling around the plate as well. I mean, this guy is just capable of hitting pitches outside of the zone and driving them a long way.
So up next, Bryce Turang. First pitch just misses. Action in the pen down there. Park getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Trout gets his lead at first with nobody out. There's the strike.
Ball.
Squirts away a little
2
bit.
balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
2 balls.
Runner at
2
first
strikes.
with no outs here. And that's
Full
down
count.
and away.
hanging in there pretty good against the lefty.
3 balls, 2 strikes the count. Out there to center. Makes a nice running catch. And there's one away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
So a man aboard. Next to hit, Bobby Witt Jr. 1 for 3. Ground ball to the right side. Over to Kim. 1. Back to first. Not in time. Here is Aaron Judge.
You have to be careful throwing him breaking pitches, even in an 0-0 count. He loves going after the off-speed stuff, and he's really good at hitting it.
Right down to shoot. Strike 1.
There it was. 0-0. Here it is. Hit it. He gets a take. Gets ahead in the count.
Snap throw to first. And he's back in safely. And Judge spoils that one. In the air, right field. Settles under it. And that is that.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Devin Williams. Not many pitchers have it, but he'll break out a screwball from time to time. Digging in, Kang.
First baseman.
The All-Stars in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
Just missed. And another ball. Right side, hard hit. Takes it himself, and that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
Number 12.
Kim will hit next. And ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in Game 6 of the American League Championship Series. Next offering is fouled back. That missed by a lot. The count now 2-2. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Full count.
Hit in the air, right field. Squeezes it. 2 down.
Now batting, number 14.
And now the DH. That
No,
one
that's
misses.
the ball.
Ball one.
1-0.
Just
Ball two.
missed.
2-0 to count.
2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. That's in for a strike. Inside, just missed. Hard ground ball, base knock. And that extends the inning.
Now batting, shortstop,
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Devin Williams is done. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching.
Mason Miller taking over on the mound. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Next to hit, Ha-Sung Kim. 0 for 3 in this one. And that's downstairs and outside.
1 ball, no strike.
Next offering is in for a strike.
1-1.
That one at triple digits. Now a fly ball to right center. Crow Armstrong moves after it. And that is that.
Now pitching.
Back now, new pitcher on the
Number
mound as we
40.
roll into the bottom of the 8th. Park. And now, Pete Alonso.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
And first offering is fouled off. Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Now batting, designated hitter.
And next is the designated hitter, Gunnar Henderson. First pitch misses. Hard. He's got some good and some bad. The positive is he doesn't walk very many guys. But, Chris, the problem is that he is prone to giving up some homers. Outside low. And that's ball 2. Movement in the bullpen. Will Vest getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Alonso gets his lead at first. Nobody out. That's in there. 2-1 now.
Well, a manager can see it pretty early just by the swings that players are taking, whether they're fouling the ball back, if they're on time, the front foot is down. When you see that, probably don't want to leave him in too long.
Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 away.
Now batting, catcher, Will Smith.
And here's the catcher, Will Smith. That's a little bit low. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Runner takes off. Ripped to short. Ken with the throw to first. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion. So 2 down now, and here is Pete Crow Armstrong.
In this situation with first base open, he shouldn't give him anything to hit. There's a right-hander on deck.
Smoked on the ground a second. Tosses to first. That's out number 3. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Josh Hader.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Jung-Hoo Lee now at the plate. 9th inning elimination game. Chris, it's a tall task. They're going to need a crooked number to tie this game up.
Yeah, and they just have to remember that they have had many innings over the course of the year where they've scored more runs needed than they need in this one. So just relax, get your pitch, and make something happen.
Alonso hauls it in, and there's one away.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Stanton, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Number 26 up and throwing. Holmes, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. High fly ball out towards left center. Crow Armstrong makes the grab, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, number 26.
So they're down to their final out. Now it's the right fielder, number 26. And that drops in for a strike. He swings and fouls one off. Hader is just 1 strike away. Hit on the ground to the right side. And it's celebration time. They are champions of the American League.
Congratulations to the American League champions. These players have worked hard all season long, and their hard work has paid off. Now, off to the World Series. This team can.
For my partner, Chris Singleton, and our entire outstanding crew, thank you for watching the American League Championship Series on MLB The Show.